Hey folks, Lindsey Huddleston with SPS back in the building. Home of the Cosmos, Hamtramck High School here getting ready for the SPS game of the week. Will be Tuesday, March 3rd. Hamtramck will be taking on Hazel Park. It'll be Hamtramck senior night. They'll be recognizing their 6 seniors. Right now I want to recognize the head coach of Hamtramck High School, Mr. Dennis DJ Foster, a good guy all the way around. Brother Steele can get down on that court, man. I seen him out there in the Woo League this summer, man, giving them buckets, man, right?
A little bit.
A little bit? No, a whole lot, man. A whole lot to the very end competing. Wow, I got a chance to watch your practice, sit down with some of your players. You got some great young men here. Tell me how you got to get to this point where you're ranked, this season. Got a lot of young guys who are playing. I mean, pretty much tell the story of Hamtramck basketball.
Well, I went here. I went to Hamtramck High School, graduated in '96. We have a rich history that a lot of people don't know about. We had Rudy T here, Ronnie Richards, a couple guys that were prolific scorers. One of my coaches that's on my staff right now, Ken Miller, he went here in '82, and they went undefeated. They lost to Derek Coleman.
Wow.
And,
Northern. Derek Coleman, Lorenzo Neely.
Johnny Williams. They lost to those guys in the regionals, or no, the district championship. But it's a rich history here that people really don't know about.
Just real quick, they lost the guys that went on to be pros.
Yes, and they was 20-0 that year. They were 20-0 that year. So
wow.
They ended up the season 22-1.
So why do you think people miss out on Hamtramck basketball history?
It's Hamtramck, and when you think of Hamtramck, you think of the Arabic culture, and they think that's what's here. Like we like this summer, we went to the Wayne State team camp. EJ, good guy.
Yep. Shout out to EJ Harrelson, no doubt.
He invited us over. So when teams saw us, they thought, we thought we was about to play some small, soccer team or whatever. And I'm like, no, it's we here.
Now that's been a change in demographic. Now help me with my history. I'm a Detroiter. I've been based in Lansing for 20 years, but Hamtramck, because of the plant was known as Pole Town. Am I right?
Right.
Being that there was a lot of Polish people here.
Yes.
But when I came through, I saw halal. I saw all this Middle Eastern influence. When did this happen?
I think within the last it seemed like in the last 10 years.
Really?
A lot of Yemen, like Bengalis. They're here. The Arabic culture is here. Muslims here,
and they're part of the school too.
It's part of the school.
Wow.
Okay. Because I went here and I went overseas. I don't think I would have adapted well overseas if it wasn't for Hamtramck High School.
So you're saying the preparation of being in this diverse place in high school helped you with your professional career when you went?
So I understood the different, the nationalities overseas. I understood the religion, and it really helped me. So I was able to adapt. I've been around, the Polish people. I've been around, the Arabic people. I've been around Albanians. So it was different. The different cultures made it real easy. Because I knew.
Dennis, when we first met over the summer, I was extremely impressed with you, not just with your serious ball playing skills and desire to go, but when we talk, you just kind of had so many different layers of what you talked about. But I think it's important to talk about what we're saying right now, because from a stereotypical standpoint, African American athletes will get into this little tunnel vision type thought. Well, I'm from the city and I only deal with this. But you're saying because you had a diverse upbringing here and you embraced it to a degree, it helped you with your professional career. Because I can only imagine that teams were more receptive of you because of your behavior. And I think people miss that part about how important it is to be, outgoing and all that.
Yes, because coming up, the state was 7 Mile.
Yes, sir.
7 Mile and Mile.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm 7 Mile Evergreen, baby.
So coming from there to here, I was supposed to go to Persia. Okay. But I was bad.
You got a little dope boy look to you.
I was bad. Like all my people, all the A cuffs, them my people. So, supposed to go there. Things didn't work out. I was bad. Came here. It was a culture shock.
Did you want to come here?
I didn't know about it. Like when I came over here, I looked at the gym like, this here? And it was the same facility. This has been up like 50, 60 years.
Wow.
So this facility has been on the east side of Detroit or on the east side this long. And I didn't know anything about it. Never
didn't come in and get no runs in and all that.
Never.
Wow. Yeah.
So when I walked in, I was like, okay. And then when I met somebody, I'm like, I ain't gonna be black people here. I'm gonna be over here by myself. Walk in, nothing but black people.
Wow.
I'm like, yo, Oh, okay.
And this is 96.
92, 93.
92, 93. Okay. Well, that's great that you had that experience. Let's talk about where the program is at, because you guys are some serious contenders. You guys are getting down right now. What's your record right now?
15-3.
15-3.
Lost to Rouge twice and De La Salle.
I'm looking at your team. I mean, you got nice size guys, but you don't have a big team, right?
No.
And lost to Rouge, one of the top teams in the state. They played for a Chase championship last year. De La Salle, they always get it in. You got to give up. So you lost to some two tough teams. You said at one point you guys were even up at one point with Rouge with a minute to go.
We was up going into the fourth. And you know the great guy Stone.
I was about to say, what Stone had to say?
My Stone threw something at me, kind of shook us for a second, shook my guy. Never knew Stone to go to a zone. He threw a zone at me at his house.
Yeah.
But that was.
He couldn't take the idea. Now Stone is good for this too. And shout out to Coach Lamonte Stone at River Rouge. His face is popping up on the screen right now. Did he pull you aside after the game and give you any advice?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Both times when we played him here, because we lost by 5 here, we lost by 8 there, and he told me keep pushing. He was like, I'm glad I ain't got to see you no more. Mm-hmm. He was like, your kids. But he told me this last year because we lost to him by 5 last year. Mm-hmm. And he was like, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Y'all coming. Keep pushing. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about nothing that's going on the outside. It's, the main thing he said, though, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
Yeah.
And, you know, that coming from him, it really meant a lot.
Yeah.
Because he been kicking my butt for a minute.
No, and for those who don't know, Coach Lamonte Stone, he's had experience on every level, whether it's dealing with draft picks, coaching at Ohio State, doing great things. And I just want to say, how hard was it to be so close to beating them there? I mean, can you talk about what that minute was when you were up? I don't mean to pull scabs off an old wound, but just I want to kind of get an understanding what that was like.
Number 1 team in the state at their house.
And they rock at River Rouge. They come out. They come out of River Rouge.
To see the looks on some of the people's faces there. And it was like, wait a minute. This Hamtramck. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? So it was just like the feeling. But me as a ball player, I knew like it's not over. don't get happy. You know, my kids.
You played too many games. You know that.
You can't. And you know, they got. Their guards are good. They got one of the best bigs in the state
they
right
do.
now.
Yeah, Legend Jeter. Give it up for Legend.
Legend can play any position.
Yeah, nice kid
so,
too.
you know, you got to, and this is a premier program, so they battle tested.
Right.
So my kids, you know, we battle tested, but we haven't been in those battles.
Right.
They've been through. So
battle test, but not those battles. I like that.
So it was a learning experience for my kids, but just to be there and to get the respect of their fans,
right,
of their coaching staff. It just let me know that we're there, but we still have a lot more to do.
Yeah, because even with River Rouge, not saying they're arrogant, but they have the right to be confident about what they've achieved. Now, that was the first game. So the other game when you guys was up, you were here. So human nature is just saying, oh, this is it. It's going to happen now. And you're probably saying, I'd rather it happen here at home than all that. So take me through that too.
We had it.
I'm laughing because this is my guy right here.
We had it. 17 free throws.
Oh, that's right.
Nothing. 17 free throws.
So the guys just didn't lock in like they needed to. They weren't ready for the moment.
I can't say that.
Okay.
They answered the bell. Like we came out, jumped out on them real good. You know, then being the program that they are, they right back in.
Right.
You know, the game is a run.
Right. Yep.
And we just back and forth. They made all the tough plays, and that's what got it there. You know, Legend had went down. I think he had a hamstring, something wrong with his hamstring. But Brent Darby Jr.
stepped up. Good
tip. He got a tip in. The young guard number 3, a big shot. You know, and then they guard number 11 controlled the game. He controlled.
Was that Imani?
I forget his
It
name.
may not be him. Okay, all right, that's one. Wow, I get that.
He's a starting point guard.
Yeah, starting point guard. Okay, very well. Well, that is you really guys telling the story of how you're out here competing. So, what is it that you do with these guys, man? I mean, I know they've been with you for a few years, but what is it that you do? How are you getting in their head to really get them to not only believe they can win, but go out and win these games?
Our philosophy over here at Hamtramck is if you're mediocre in the classroom, you're going to be mediocre on the floor. That's just it. If I have to hold your hand in the classroom, because I work in the building, if I have to hold your hand in the classroom, I can't trust you on the floor.
You sound like Coach K right here.
I don't do any study tables. I check your grade, but I hold you accountable. I'm not going to hold your hand through this cycle because I'm preparing you to play Division I basketball and be a student athlete. You're going to have to seek things out on your own and figure things out on your own. Because, in this generation, I'm a baby. They get babied a lot.
Coddled, yeah.
Oh, I got you, don't work. No,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Well, the reason I make the Coach K reference is there was a big question. You can always ask this person as a test if you don't know what they say. Well, what time do Duke players have curfew? And people say, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And they say they don't have one because they know what they need to do. And it seems like you have that attitude like, look, if you're saying academically that's first floor, let's be honest, Coach. A lot of programs don't value the academics the way they say. And this is not an indictment on anybody in particular, but that's just the reality. But you're saying, I mean, where did you get that from when you're putting academics first? I don't mean to sound crazy asking that, but I'm just saying,
My career was taken from me early. I was overseas. I was playing good, doing my thing. It was time for me to go to a Pro A team in France. Health issues. I have cancer and I had a heart attack. Really? You know what I'm saying? So it got took from me early. So you have to have a backup plan. Your backup plan is your education. I had the greatest job in the world. I'm assistant AD and I'm a head basketball coach. And I'm with my kids all day, every day.
And you're cancer free?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I'm in remission right now, but I'm not cancer free yet.
Okay.
I'm fighting, man. I'm cool.
That's where your edge is, man. I mean, I know we're talking on camera, but when I first met you, I was like, this guy has a different kind of motor in him. And it's like you didn't take the game at the Woo League. Shout out to James Wu Payne. You didn't take those games for granted. You wanted to commit and compete all the way. I follow you on social media with the things you said. You said one of the most prolific things to me that I've yet to ever hear that I use all the time in my work as a sports psychology consultant. And that comment was, our young people out here living their life based on imaginary people on social media. I mean, that right there was just mind-boggling, the truth in that. But so you're motivated with a different kind of motivation.
All young people, not just people in my program, all of them. I just want them to understand I've been where you're trying to go. I know what it takes to get there, but it's more to this game. If you're trying to get paid to play basketball, it's more than one way to get paid. Basketball, bouncing the ball is not going to always be the one. You can be an agent, you can be a consultant, you can be in media. As long as it got an NBA or whatever club you at, logo on that check, you're there.
And it's funny you say that because in my situation, I've been able to stay involved with sports when I physically couldn't keep playing and running around because of the work that I do. And I tell you what, man, I'm just as engaged now as I was when I was running up and down the court. So you're absolutely right. The message you give. Before we wrap up, there's two other things I want to touch on. I know we're here promoting Hamtramck Cosmo basketball, but before we wrap up, I want you to talk about your organization before we wrap up. And the other thing I want to mention, too, is the work that I'm doing with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention regarding the Seize the Awkward campaign. We're having a social media campaign, hashtag Seize the Awkward, because we're trying to get young people to feel comfortable talking about mental health. I don't know if you saw recently, Ben Gordon had something in the NBA Players Tribune. He talked about his struggles with mental health, and not to go on too long ago about. You probably remember a couple years ago, he was like, "What's going on with Ben Gordon?" You were hearing these incidents. Well, he's very open about what he's been going through, and this campaign is really to get our young people, especially our athletes who hold a whole lot of sway and influence, to talk about that. So there's a number I'm going to put on the screen. It's 741-741. You can text that number, and that's the crisis text line. This is a great resource, DJ. You can text it if you're struggling, because a lot of times people aren't picking up the phone, they're texting. So that's a great resource there. And I also want to shout out the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. On March 5th, 2 days after your game, we'll be at the Capitol talking to legislators and advocating for mental health. So I want to put that out there. But you've been doing some great work in the community with your organization. You want to take some time and share that as well?
We have an organization called Change the Mentality. Change the Mentality is based. I use basketball or all sports. It's Change the Mentality sports program, but I'm using all sports. I'm using that sport to get the kids in. And what we're doing with the Change the Mentality is exactly what it means. Change your mentality. If you want to go pro, if you want to go do some things outside of what you're doing right now, you have to change your mentality. You have to start looking at things not inside your box, outside your box. Broaden it. Mm-hmm. Go into fields that you haven't been in. You start doing things you haven't done before. And then it's just like mainly pushing these kids out into the field, because they don't understand, like, okay, I want to be a broadcaster. Okay, you do? Well, we have a broadcaster sitting in the gym right now. Have you talked to him? Did you get his card? You know about the internship? Like, things of that nature. And most kids are scared to, go talk to someone or speak with someone. So we that push for them. Come on, let's go. We're going to take you out here. But we use the basketball as a key, but you can't play for us if you're not doing that.
And the amazing thing about that, and I want you to keep going, is that when you bring somebody over to me as an example, I'm not going to turn them down. I'm not going to say beat it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to use the relationship. Oh, this your guy right here? You okay, well, give me your stuff and follow. And I don't think they understand that part, but you got to expose them to it. I just want to add that.
Yeah, because it's like the fear of rejection. And I think that's real heavy with the kids. They're scared to fail and the fear of rejection. And like I tell them, I've failed a lot in my life, but what do you look at failure as? The imaginary people.
Yes, there you go.
They gonna think that I'm stupid. Or they think I'm dumb. They think I ain't got it. Who are they?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we teach you. What lesson did you learn? When somebody turn the ball over in the game, what lesson you learn, fam? Hey, horse, come here, let me talk to you. What you learn from that? So it's not beating you. Yeah, I'm going to cuss you out sometime. Coach, you know what I'm saying? But what did you learn from it? What was the lesson out of it? So whenever something bad happens, what's the lesson you learn from it?
Right.
And that's what we try to get to change the mentality. Everything is a lesson you got to learn.
So with the idea, what is the actual interaction like when you actually interact with these young people and try to give them these lessons?
It's phenomenal. We have, you know what I'm saying? It's been that game, the game on the 3rd. I'm gonna, I want to do a little promo as well for it to get all the kids that I've coached in the city
to have them come in.
Oh
wow!
And
we're gonna fill up the other side of the gym then, huh?
Yeah, and guys are phenomenal fathers, like McQuail Jackson, Justin McKinney, like just great dudes. You know, they come in, they talk to the kids, but once you sit back and you see what these guys have done with their lives after basketball, Justin McKinney is a diesel technician.
Wow.
You know, McQuail Jackson graduated. You know, he had some hiccups coming up, but got his GED. Went to college, made All-American in junior college at Wayne County. Went to King, graduated, owns a clothing line right now.
Wow.
You know, doing good with East to West.
Right.
And he's still one of the top guys in the city playing basketball.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it never stops, and everybody helps each other. You know, so the guys going back before him, I had a guy named Rodney. He's a one of the big party promoters in Michigan. You know, things like that. So guys are doing.
Hold on, I got a question. Why are you doing this?
I mean, I like it. This brings me joy to see these young men and women come back and say, "Coach, thanks." That's all I need. And I'm not getting no money for none of this. Everything that I do as far as the program and with the kids, the CTM, I pay for that. So it's just to see them be happy and have somewhere to go, have someone to talk to, and trust, and that's the main thing. If you don't have, if these kids can't trust you, it's a wrap.
Well, a few more things before we wrap up, because this is going to be a part two. You know, I always like chopping up with you. The thing about trust, can they trust you if you're still a broken person? If you're still not who you need to be, they still can trust you?
Yeah, because you it's about being genuine. You know, I don't. People always ask me like, "Why you always got them kids with you?" Because anytime somebody see me, I got 7, 8 kids with me. Why you always got them kids with you? Why you ain't hanging with people your age? It's genuine. That love is genuine. They're gonna say, "Coach, your breath stink. Coach, you stink," but it's all genuine. It might be rude, but it's genuine.
But no, even when I saw you in the huddle hitting them, throwing the ball, I say, "Oh, I see how Coach get down with them." Because just as you did it to them, they did it back to you, which means when something's going on, they're coming to you, aren't they?
Anything. When I say any and everything, like I'm dad to damn it. Shit, about 6, 7, 8, about 8 of them. I'm dad.
There's only 12 out there.
I'm dad.
Straight up.
Like, I'm dad.
Is that pressure?
No.
No?
Pressure is, to me, I don't know.
Not pressure, not girl.
I don't care about no pressure. This is easy.
Well, I'm totally blown away from the moment we met and the work you continue to do. We're looking forward to coming over, being over here on March 3rd. The SPS game of the week is going to be Hamtramck Cosmos taking on Hazel Park. Going to shut us down. It's going to be your senior night. You're looking to get ready.
Blackout.
Blackout? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I was telling him about our blackout.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he liked that.
He liked that?
He told Detroit News he liked that.
Oh, really?
He put on the show.
All right, we got to get Stone on the phone with that. Any last comments you want to wrap up before we get out of here?
The perception of Hamtramck High School, we have a great superintendent. We have great principals.
What's your superintendent's name?
Miss Jalila.
Yep.
And she's a great superintendent. She just got in.
Okay. Shout out to her.
She's a great lady. She cares about the kids. You know, some might not think, well, you know, people think whatever, but she cares about the kid. My principal, our assistant principal, great guys. Our administration, Sonia, Miss Philippia. It's great over here, and it's all set up for all kids to succeed. And one thing people don't understand, being here at Hamtramck with the education, you know it's a high bar, you know, because of the type of students we have here. And being a student athlete over here is very hard. You have to have a 2.5 as a junior, as a sophomore and a freshman. As a senior, you have a 3.0 or higher.
That's collegiate style right there.
Because I can't get you in school if you have anything below that. So I set my bar.
So you got 16. So you got 6 honor roll kids out there at least.
James, Aaron, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 honor roll students.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch Coach at Fred D.
Pierre
Coach
Pierre Brooks.
Pierre posted it one day. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, challenge.
I got 2 4.0 students.
Oh, wow.
Noah Burns.
Yeah, Noah just sat with us.
And Jaden Tillman.
Yeah, okay. Great young man. They were great, too. All great handshakes, eye contact, and everything. Well, Coach, I look forward to being back over here for the game of the week. You're doing such a great job. We want to get this out here and share this message so people can see all the great work that's going on with this hidden Jew at Hamtramck. Coach Dennis, DJ Foster making it happen. Hamtramck Cosmos, and he'll get you on the court, too.
Yeah, little something.
With that, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for checking in.
That's right, folks. Lindsey Huddleston with SBS back in the building on Southwest Side Detroit.
How do you hit a free throw? How do you finish strong? That's important. But the other part of the spectrum is
always packed, always loud, always crazy. So it's a tough place to play in. You gotta go in there with a mind.
So I'll be in there tomorrow. That's really my motivation. Is I want to be like Gabe Brown. Gabe Brown shoots like